My people, we need to go to Garden House. Madam Speaker, today I rise to speak directly to the soul of this nation and to strip away the desperate repetitive theater that has become the trademark of the opposition. As we approach the upcoming local government elections, the Jamaican people is being treated to a very predictable, very cynical rerun. Every single election cycle, the People's National Party plays the exact same card. They look at the achievements of the government. They realize they cannot compete on policy. And so they launch a coordinated, malicious plot to target the Prime Minister. We have seen this movie before, Madam Speaker. When Peter Phillips was their leader, they weaponized their entire campaign to attack the Prime Minister's personal home. They failed. In the last election, they spent months trying to manipulate his statutory declarations, to manufacture a cloud of suspicion. They failed again because the Jamaican people voted for performance over propaganda. Now, having failed to break the man, they are stooping to a new low. They are going after his family, launching petulant, desperate swipes against you, Madam Speaker, the Speaker of this Honorable House. It is a shameful ploy to sway the public and distract them for their own intellectual bankruptcy. But today we are going to remind Jamaica of the hard, cold, unassailable facts. We are going to talk about the real, undeniable transformation that has impacted the lives of everyday Jamaicans under Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Madam Speaker, before we talk about roads or schools, let us talk about the very foundation of the ship of state. Before this administration took the wheel, Jamaica was drowning. We were shackled by a crushing debt to GDP ratio that swallowed our national budget whole. There was no money to fix a pipe, no money to patch a road, and no money to equip a hospital because every dollar we made went to paying off international lenders. Look at where we stand today. Through the strict, unwavering fiscal discipline of Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his team, this government pulled our GDP, our debt to GDP down to historic lows prior to the recent climate shocks from Melissa. What does that mean for the average Jamaican? It means Jamaica is no longer a financial beggar. Because we pay down the debt, we finally have the fiscal independence to spend Jamaican money on Jamaican people. That macroeconomic success is exactly why we achieve the lowest unemployment rate in the history of this country. Under previous eras, finding a job required political links are a miracle. Today, under this administration, thousands of young men and women who used to sit on the street corner are getting up every morning, putting on their clothes, and earning an honest wage. We didn't just grow the economy on paper. We put paychecks into the pockets of the working class. Because the economy is stable, we have embarked on the largest infrastructure modernization drive in modern Jamaican history. We are not just patching potholes. We are laying the concrete foundations for the next 50 years. Look at the highways cutting through the hills, connecting rural farmers directly to urban markets. Look at the secondary roads being systematically overhauled across our parishes. For the average Jamaican, a modern road is not a luxury, it is a lifeline. It means the taxi driver doesn't have to spend his entire week's earnings replacing broken suspension parts. It means an ambulance can reach a sick mother in a rural community in 20 minutes instead of 2 hours. And we aren't stopping at roads. We are systematically modernizing our public health infrastructure, investing heavily in upgrades to regional hospitals, expanding bed capacities and procuring state of the art diagnostic equipment so that a poor man can receive first class medical attention without having to fly abroad. Madam Speaker, nowhere is this structural modernization more visible than in our fields. For generations, our small farmers have been left at the mercy of unpredictable rains, extreme weather, and volatile crop markets. This administration has completely changed the script from manual survival to industrialized, smarter agriculture. Look at what Prime Minister Andrew Holness officially handed over recently: the state of the art multi-million dollar Essex Valley Agro-Processing Facility in St. Elizabeth. For the average farmer in St. Elizabeth, this facility is a complete game changer. It is a massive agricultural economic housing cold storage, water treatment facilities, and a central administration complex. When bumper crops drop crop prices to zero, our farmers no longer watch their hard work rot on the ground. They can now store excess yield, freeze produce, and process it into high valuable goods, stabilizing food prices across Jamaica. Furthermore, as outlined in the sectoral presentation by Minister Floyd Green, under the theme Growing Forward, we are pouring 800 million into a massive greenhouse expansion project to construct 95 modern greenhouses across 4 parishes before the end of this year. We have completed the 10-year National Agricultural Development Plan to guarantee regional food security. More importantly, Madam Speaker, we are funding a $50 million agricultural insurance program to make 5,000 small youth and women farmers bankable and secure against climate perils. For the young person in rural Jamaica, farming is no longer a backbreaking chore. It's a tech-driven, highly lucrative business. Nearly 4,000 youth have flooded our agricultural registries over the past 2 years because this government gave them the tools, the tech, and 34% of all available land in our national agro parks. Madam Speaker, this administration understands that a nation is only as strong as its most vulnerable citizens. For decades, rural parents face an agonizing daily choice: how to find the bus fare to send their children to school. This government answered that cry by rolling out the Rural School Bus Program. Today, thousands of children across rural Jamaica can step onto a safe, reliable, government subsidized bus. For the average mother in the hills of St. Elizabeth or Clarendon, this program means peace of mind. It means money saved on transport can now go forward buying nutritious food and textbooks. We are ensuring that geography no longer dictates a child's destiny. Furthermore, we looked at our young people who want a skill but couldn't afford the tuition. Prime Minister Andrew Holness completely revolutionized human capital development by making hard NSTA trust training completely free. We removed the financial barriers. Now, whether you want to be a certified welder, a hospital professional, or a digital tech specialist, the door is wide open. For the youth in our inner cities, this isn't a talking point. It is a passport out of poverty. And let us look at those who build our world-renowned tourism product. For decades, hotel workers, the chefs, the room attendants, the bartenders worked their entire lives to make others rich, only to retire into absolute destitution. This administration corrected that historic injustice by introducing the landmark Tourism Workers Pension Scheme. For the average hotel worker, this government has guaranteed dignity in their golden years. We have ensured that their sweat and labor will secure their future, not leave them empty handed. Madam Speaker, the opposition's loudest complaints are always about crime. Yet, they choose to completely blind themselves to the historic security transformation taking place right before our eyes. Governing through a security crisis takes a cool head and systematic overhauls, not reactive emotional stunts. Look at the facts. Under the targeted strategies of this administration, murders have plummeted to a decisive 5 year low. Just earlier this year, January 26 recorded a staggering 55% year on year reduction in homicides, making it the safest single month in modern Jamaican history since systematic recording keeping began in 2001. We achieved this because we did what the opposition never had the vision or the discipline to do. We completely modernized the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Go into our communities today. The police are no longer operating out of dilapidated, crumbling stations with no vehicles. We have built modern digitalized police stations. We have injected fleets of new vehicles, advanced communication technology, and cutting edge forensic tools. More importantly, we have shifted the culture to high tech, intelligence driven policing. For the average Jamaican living in an area once dominated by fear, this modernization means the rule of law is returning to their community. It means a mother can walk to the corner shop at night knowing that an equipped, professional, and rapid response police force is safeguarding her lane. Madam Speaker, governing a country through global inflation, pandemics, and back to back hurricanes like Beryl and Melissa is a serious, heavy burden. It cannot be managed by political opportunists whose only strategy is to throw tantrums, walk out of chambers, and launch desperate character assassination plots against the Prime Minister and his wife. The opposition attacks Andrew Holness because his legacy of delivery makes them look irrelevant. They attack his family because they cannot attack his record. When the voters look at the ballot, they are not going to choose gossip. They are going to choose the roads they drive on. They are going to choose the free hard training that empower their children. They are going to choose the modern Essex Valley Agro-Processing plant, their livelihoods. They are going to choose the peace of mind brought by historic reductions in violent crimes. Jamaica has come too far to turn back now. We have built too strong a foundation to let reckless hands tear it down. We are keeping the master builder at work. We are keeping Captain Andrew Holness at the wheel. And we are moving Jamaica steadily, safely, and powerfully forward. I thank you, Madam Speaker. And thank you all for watching this video. Please like, share, and follow. Walk good, Jamaica.